Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's probably the last cheap whiskey review before Thanksgiving. I want everyone to have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't argue with your family about politics and shit. It's not worth it. Love your crazy liberal or conservative uncle and try not to argue with him. Lord knows I got a few in my family. Uh, so today, Sextons Single Malt Irish Whiskey. This is a favorite of mine. I won't lie to you, I've drinking tons of bottles of this. This, as far as I'm concerned, is the best bang for the buck in the whiskey industry. They just lowered the price on this at my local liquor store from $27 to $25. Great. Not too often a whiskey goes down in price. Now, I probably should have looked this up before, but this is either a Jameson or a Bushmills production. Obviously, they don't label it as either of that, but it falls under the umbrella of either Jameson or Bushmills. You guys can look it up. A quick internet search will take care of that. Um, it's not a very old whiskey, but it is aged entirely in sherry casks, which makes it nice. So it's a single malt Irish whiskey, probably trying to replicate. I think it's triple distilled like most Irish whiskey. Uh, but it's probably trying to replicate the flavor profiles of a Scotch or something like that. Um, so first on the nose, oh yeah, you get the sherry, you get that fruitiness. Oh, you get smacked with the malt. This is one of the reasons I love it. I'm a big Scotch and Irish fan. I love malt. Even in my own distillations, my mash bill, if it's not a fruit mash bill, obviously, like with the banana mash, if it's a grain mash bill, I never use more than 50% corn. The other 50% is either malted wheat or malted barley. So I am a big fan of the malted grains, and I love to drink them as well. It's just a great nose for a $25 bottle. You find me a better nose than a $25 bottle, and I'll tip my hat to you. Down the hatch. Oh, got some good legs on the glass. Yeah, that right off the rip, you get that sherry fruitiness coming through. It's not overpowering. Like I said, it's a young whiskey. I think when I looked it up, it's between 4, 5, 6 years tops. They may hold over some barrels for a couple extra years to give them a little more flavor. Uh, but yeah, that's it's not jagged like a young whiskey can be. Supposedly, they say on their website that the master distiller has found a way to age them more rapidly, or age this whiskey more rapidly. I don't know what that technique is. They probably aren't giving it away, so you probably won't be able to find out either. But whether it's smaller casks or whether they agitate the casks, or I don't know. They claim they found some way to age this quicker than your average. And you can tell it's got some good color, which you would expect out of a sherry cask. I mean, sherries, and whether it's Oloroso or Pedro Jimenez sherries, they're pretty deep and dark in color in the cask. So by the time the unaged whiskey hits it, it picks up a lot of that color. Yeah, the nose is fruity and malty and smooth smelling. And oh yeah, I mean, this is why I love this so much. This is not only probably it's easily my favorite whiskey under $30, easily. But it might be, this might be one of my favorite whiskeys, period. Bang, especially bang for the buck. I mean, you can buy $130 15-year-old redbreast Irish whiskey, and it's going to be fantastic. Don't get me wrong. You can buy, a hundred and change bottle of Bunnahabhain 15 or an Aberlour 15, and they're going to be sherry cask bombs. They're going to be delicious. They're going to have all kinds of flavor, but you're going to pay a ton of money for them. Even regular redbreast, regular Bunnahabhain, regular Aberlour, you're talking 50, 60, $70 bottles. This is a $25 bottle. Hey, let me give it one more. Yeah, that nose is so good. So good for a cheap whiskey. Oh, and the flavor. Oh, you can't go wrong. If you like slight fruitiness, you like a malty flavor, you like an Irish whiskey, or you like Scotch, well, here you go. Here's an Irish single malt. The only other Irish single malt I think I've ever had is Bushmills makes a single malt too. Uh, and that's not bad, but it's still a $50 bottle or 40. I think here I can get it for maybe 42, 43. Somewhere at the cheapest I've seen it, it's more like 44, 5, 46 at most liquor stores. So still, even to get the Bushmill single malt, I think it's a 10 year, which this is not. It's probably 4 to 6 year, something like that. But like I said, they found some kind of process to age it a little more effectively. I don't know what that is. Good luck finding out. I'm gonna give Sextons, I gotta give it an 8. I gotta give this an 8. This is one of my favorite drams ever, especially for $25. Remember, people, the point of this whiskey, this whiskey review thing is every bottle is going to be under $30. Well, you can find a lot of cheap whiskey, but once you start getting up into the 25 to 30 range, there's not much there. There's not much there at all. You know what I'm saying? So when you find something this good for $25, you got to give it its props. Now, when I say this is an 8, I don't mean it's an 8 compared to like a Lagavulin 16 or, Oban 14 or whatever. Those are world-class single malts and world-class whiskeys, you know what I mean? This is, for an under $30 bottle, this gets an 8 out of me all day long. So, with that being said, if you're interested, pick up a bottle for Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with your friends and family. Most of all, you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Love your family, love your friends, love yourself, and love good cheap whiskey. All right? Take care of yourselves. Happy Thanksgiving.